In this video today, I'm about to go through the transformation of technology in bass fishing. I've been through it in the last 16 years. I'm about to go through how to find fish with just a 2D sonar, dropping a marker buoy, to now today with forward-facing sonar, looking at the brush pile and all the fish that are swimming around it, guys. Okay, guys, real quick, if you like this video, leave me some comments down below as you're watching it. I can do more of this with rock piles, grass, brush. I don't think I did the best job with this one. I'm on the lake I've only been to twice, and I found a small little brush pile, and you're about to see, then I found another better one by it. But you're about to go through the process of how I found this fish right here, this brush pile, excuse me, with 2D sonar only, and then I dropped the marker buoy, and then I'm gonna go through how I fish this brush pile, just how I used to before forward-facing sonar, now then with the power of forward-facing sonar. And one thing with it, guys, if you have areas, you can drop the forward-facing and go look for brush piles, or you can find with your side imaging, down imaging, and you can mark them. And like, guys, I don't have mapping up here on the front, but a lot of guys have mapping. If I'm on lakes I'm unfamiliar with, I like to add my little one up here for mapping. I probably should for this one, but anyway, it's a small lake. So guys, but for bigger bodies of water, like if I was going down to Toledo Bend all of a sudden, yeah, I mean, I'm just using that as an example because I've only been there like 2 times my whole life. So with this too, guys, just really quick before we get into the chest footage and all the actions, a couple ways here you can support me, or if you're interested, just other things. I do guided trips and forward-facing sonar, electronic on the water lessons. If you want more information on that, check out my Jimmy Eastling Fishing Facebook page. It'll be down below. Also, guys, at the end of the video, we got the new fishing juice segment. Okay, guys, let's go get into the video. All right, guys, so here we are. Okay, I'm just out here. Just got done with the graphing part, and I actually did not do the best job with dropping my marker buoy. You see my marker buoy right there, and I'll kind of show you some of the images of what I got here. So I didn't do a good job of dropping it due to it's been a while since I've done this, and to the fact that I had a text message, okay, and then I looked and I passed the brush pile. So the brush pile is actually past that marker buoy y'all see out there. But guys, so since I know it's past it, I'm going to be just a little bit more closer than normal. But guys, when I used to do this, of course, like, you know, and one thing I kind of realized how, you know, like, you kind of mark these things and see them, then you kind of, you know, have to get in on top of them is not as easy as I remember it was. And I did this with outside imaging for a long time. So with side imaging, you can see them, but I just did it with 2D, and it took me a minute. So one thing, guys, I only have 2D sonar up here. We'll get the live scope here in a minute. I've never even messed with this 2D up here on this one. So since I know it's right there, one thing I'll do first, and it's calm today, but guys, just kind of show you what I would do like when it gets like kind of this time of the year. So I throw this crankbait first and try to hit the sides of it. So this one isn't that long. It's more like a tree. So if it was a giant brush pile, of course, I would try to hit the sides, but since it's a tree and I know it's not that tall, I'm just gonna throw this thing down the sides. I'm not gonna try to hit it first. So I throw this thing down the side, and you see my boat's moving, which is all right. So I throw this thing down the side a couple casts. I know the kind of boat, like there's no wind, but the boat's kind of moving. And then, so I'm just right now cranking. I'm gonna try to hit the sides of it. Then, guys, I'm gonna try to go, well, I kind of hit it that time, or I'm hitting the bottom. Hit the bottom probably. Oop, no, we hit it. We might have hit it. I'm getting kind of close, but I know it's there now. And one thing, guys, I'm trying to do too is I haven't thought about just talk about the sun. I would be trying to fish the sun a little bit better. The sun's right now behind us, so I know that shade line's that side. And like I said, I need to turn my trolling motor down. It's high because I'm out there like I normally scoping, so I'm kind of get a little bit positioned better. Now, guys, we're gonna throw a jig, okay? Now I'm just mentioning the sun on the brush piles. I know it's still early in the morning right now, and the sun's not going to be much of a factor. I mean, they're going to be using it more later in the day, but I'm going to be trying to play the sun shade lines. But so I remember my marker buoy's out, and I'm just going to throw a jig, okay, jig or a worm, and fish it pretty slow. Now, this is the part I think without forward facing that I think I like with forward facing, you know, as a fishing adder, like not me, because I don't fish them long enough like I used to. So I throw this thing in there, probably fish it for about 10-15 minutes, you know. And then if you get bites, I'm gonna fish it a little longer, to where with forward facing now, I might only throw it 2 or 3 times. I see they don't want it, reel it to the boat, they go back to brush pile, and then I just get a little bit discouraged, okay? Now, one thing though I will say, guys, before live scope, man, I'd want this thing in it, and I still want it in it, okay? I want this thing in it. But now, like, let's say my live scope breaks, okay? I'm not as like upset if it doesn't get in that thing. Okay, because there's so many fishes I've learned that swim around it, and I also have the underwater camera that I've tested as well. So guys, there's just so much things about it to where if you are fishing without forward-facing sonar, okay, it's okay if you do not get in it. And there goes a fish up there busting. All right, right there, he's about to go up there and eat. So I'm gonna throw this thing around it. I'm not gonna fish it long the whole time, because I'm gonna drop in this scope, okay? Okay, guys, I don't know if y'all just saw that. I just caught a fish. My recording wasn't on, wow. But I just caught a little fish. Maybe y'all saw the recording. I'm gonna show you right here. I just caught a little fish. I don't know how this wasn't on. They're behind the brush pile. Those fish I just saw kind of come up. And that's one thing with the forward-facing sonar now, is how you can see these fish. And all they're doing, like I say, you see them back there behind. This video's not going near like I want, guys. I mean, I found the smallest brush pile in the lake too. And here we are. So let's see if I can get on these fish. They're behind us. But what this does now is it shows these fish are behind. There they go right there. They're going down now. But these fish are behind the brush pile. And why are they behind it? Like, now that we can use forward facing and target these guys, and I know people, you know, don't want us to target them. And there's the brush pile down there. You see, I was actually right behind it. But like I said, I told you, it's a little brush pile. It's just a little tree. There it is right there. But you see these fish that are right there. Why are those fish right there? Well, hey, guys, I'll tell you why. I think they're just out here hanging out. And when they want to go eat, they will go. And they didn't see the jig head minnow there. I know that. But what they will do is when they want to go eat, they go to that brush pile. And that's one thing I think we have learned with forward-facing sonar. I don't believe I just caught that fish and didn't have my footage on. But guys, so there it is. Like I said, I found the smallest little brush pile tree in the lake right there. Okay, and like one thing, guys, it shows bigger on 2D because of when I went over it going in the direction of the buoy. Okay, and so one thing that, you know, you might not see the whole image. We're kind of at a bad image of it right there. And that's one thing. This is a lot easier to fish, of course, with forward-facing sonar. But you see these fish that are around it, guys, they're just right there hanging out. And when they want to go eat, they might go eat a brim or crappie, or when there's bait fish coming up here to hang out on this thing. Okay, and like I said, I didn't find the biggest one. You know, if y'all like this video, want me to do more of them, just let me know. Oh, look, there. Okay, wow. Time out. Look, we did. There's more. Okay, so I didn't even see. There's the bird. Look at that, guys. Okay, maybe my buoy was right there close to it. I didn't go over that one. And then that's a stump right there. You see, so there's actually the brush. I didn't go over that one. I don't think I did, at least. Maybe I missed it. Oh, I'm going crazy today, guys. I've had a, you know, long night with the kid and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, so I remember seeing that tree over there. But guys, that's one thing though with this is, like, I've learned that these fish will hang around it, and then when they want to go eat, they're going to go eat in it. Now there are times they just live in them, guys. I mean, they just do. They just hang out in it. There it is. There's okay. I didn't go over that one over there because you see how it's positioned. I went right over this other one, and yep. And like, guys, I'm not familiar with this lake at all, by the way. This is my second time ever here. So let's see if I can get this dude, that dude's attention. Nope, he didn't see it. Oh, he's not a bass. Okay. Oh, he's not a bass. So now with it, of course, guys, we can see this brush pile. Now, of course, I can throw my crankbait down there and hit it. I can throw other lures and know that I'm in it or around it. This one's just sitting up here on the creek channel. Now, guys, all that fuzziness you see on top, let's talk about that. That's the thermocline, okay? The thermocline's sitting on this lake. It's a small lake. Bass like to hang above the thermocline. They can go under it, but guys, there's more oxygen above it. It's cleaner above the thermocline. Okay, this is a stained body of water. Look at that dude. That dude got nervous. Oh, here's he coming. Here's he coming. There he is right there. Come get it, buddy. Come get it. I do not think that's a bass. If it is, I mean, it's probably a baby bass if it is. It's a baby bass. But that's one thing now with this is we can see, and that's one thing before too, guys. You know, we know the thermocline setup, but that's one reason why some of these fish are hanging out above them, is just because bass, like I said, they like to hang above that thermocline. And now, you know, beforehand we wouldn't see it. Now we kind of can, and you can see it on your 2D and down imaging, guys. There's videos all over about it if you want, you know, ask me some questions. But that's what I graphed over, was that right there. And my marker buoy's right in line with it. Once again, guys, let me know what you think about this video, okay? Now, just leave me a comment what you think if you want me to do more of these. Like I said, I don't think it was the best, but it was just something I had in mind. I'm out here on this lake about to do about to go through a little trip, forward-facing trip, and I just kind of wanted to Okay guys, let me know what you think about this video. Leave me some comments below if you want to do more with rock, brush, or more brush. Like I said, you know, I can go to some lakes where I know there's some bigger brush piles, okay, and there's probably one out here somewhere, but I just wanted to find this and just show you just how I did it, because I didn't even turn this thing on. I just literally started graphing, and then, you know, I found it, boom, here we go. But guys, let's get into the fish and juice segment. These segments are going to be a little bit different. Each one's going to be different. This is going to be kind of one of my first story ones. But guys, when I was in 4th grade, okay, there was the apple of the month that they gave out to students. Now at my elementary, I was there for all the way, like all the teachers knew us and kids for the most part. So we all kind of had like a little reputation, you know how it goes. But the apple of the month went to the best kid in each class. Now what they also told us was the best growth, like attendance, work hard, there's all these things, but there's some things I didn't realize about it. So I was a competitor in school, and I wanted that apple. Okay guys, I wanted that apple. I did good in school at times because I didn't like getting B's or C's. I didn't really care about C's until college, okay? Because I heard C's didn't get degrees, and that's true. But in high school, a C and a B bothered me. That's just how my brain was wired. Everybody's brain's wired different, okay? So, as a 4th grader, I wanted that apple just to show that I was the top kid in the class. Well, after about 3 months, I didn't get it, and I was bothered by it. And I saw the kids that got it, and I myself was like, hey, I'm better than that kid. I do better. My grades are better than that kid. I work hard, and I had to learn a little lesson. So I went to my teacher and asked her, hey, why are they getting the apple and not me? And the teacher was up front with me. The teacher said, hey, Jimmy, you're a great student. You come to school, you work hard, you do everything right. But you did everything right beforehand. She was like, I've already, you know, we talked to the teachers. I mean, I see your grades from 3rd, 2nd, 1st grade. She was like, this reward, part of it is for the kid that has the most growth. And that is not just, you know, you're working hard, but they're working hard. But they're working hard is showing more results than you. And as she explained that to me, it kind of opened my eyes to how I do need to work harder. That like I was kind of right here. And I was still like, you know, just doing good, you know, right? Like I was making A's, but this kid that was like maybe missing 5 days of school a month, all of a sudden's missing 1, okay? So there's bigger growth. This kid that was making a C, all of a sudden is now making a B, bigger growth. And so like they're working hard was more than me. And I was over here at first like, well, that's not fair. Like just because I'm doing everything right, why, you know, why does that kid get rewarded because they weren't? But then that was my first like thought. But then it kind of hit me like, hey, Jimmy, you just got to do better and show more growth. You got to take that next step. And so guys, I worked and worked and worked, and then by the end of the year, I got that apple of the month. But what this did to me was teach me that no matter where you're at, if you're right here or here or here, there's always room for growth. There's always room to learn more. There's always something to get better at. There's always something, no matter if it's with your job, your husband, being a father, I don't care what it is, being a, you know, if it's something with your parents, there's something there you can be better at. It could be cooking, I don't care, guys. But for you, what is it? So that's my question to you today is, what is that thing that you can do to where you can work on to get that apple? Okay, guys? Appreciate it. Let me know what you think about this little story. I have a couple of these like this that I used to do when I was a football coach and a baseball coach, track coach, everything, okay? So I'm going to be sharing some of these with you guys, but what are you going to do to get that apple? Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on the next one.